Hey everybody, it's Ryan from Pie Records, and I'm here with the awesome guys from Bad Tide. How are you?
What's up,
What
everybody?
up, buddy? How's it going? Good.
It was very exciting to have you on because you sent us a video of Born Too Loose, and it had so much energy, and it just took me on a journey, and I really enjoyed the song. And when you sent me the video, I was like, I can't wait to interview these guys.
Yeah, man. That's this basement. This is where the vibes are at, dude. We love jamming down here.
Put
We
a
got
lot of work into it.
TV basement.
Made it nice and smooth feeling, you know?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Because when we started, it was during COVID, and nobody was playing shows. So we said, okay, we set up a comfy, cozy spot.
We gotta set up a little Zen jam.
Yeah. So we like some of the best times are just the
Down
jams.
here.
Yeah.
In the
The
basement.
jamming room, right?
Even though
Yeah.
we're playing to nobody. So out.
That's it, man.
So, all right, before we go any further, everybody introduce yourselves and what instruments you play.
I'm Hoss Boss. My name's Paul, but you can call me Hoss or the Boss. You know, it's your call. I play the bass. I slap at the bass.
He's the bass man.
That's right.
And then I am Jimmy Monaco, and but my real name's Ryan, which is also your name.
Yeah.
And I play the guitar, and I sing the lead vocals.
Cool.
Yo, I'm Andy Vegas, also known as Drew on the streets, and I play the drums.
And we all do backup
And they all
vocals.
sing. Yeah, we all sing.
Awesome. You guys have a really tight sound. It's kind of garagey, but yet punk rock from like the early 90s, late 80s. Where did you guys start off with your inspiration to put this band together?
Well, it started like basically we're all playing the wrong instruments
Except
in
for
this
me.
band, except for Haas.
Yeah.
You could probably tell because he's pretty much the most talented on his instrument. But me and Andy have been jamming, and me and Haas have been jamming for years.
Years, yeah.
And during COVID, especially with all our work schedules, because like I'm a train conductor, Haas is a
Oh,
garbage
wow.
man. Yeah, Andy is the mailman for the local city of Beacon where we live, and we have weird hours. So it's like, man, it's really tough to throw a band together. And during COVID, we had a lot of downtime, and me and Andy swapped instruments, and then we convinced Haas, to play with us. And the first thing
It
that
didn't
came
take
out,
much convincing.
yeah, the first thing that came out was like surf, and we're punk rockers. We always play like punk rock bands,
Yeah,
like,
always.
a lot
growing up.
heavier. Yeah, and the first thing that came out was surfing, and we're like, okay, let's run with that. We're a fucking surf band.
Yeah. And it's basically been carried on since. Just we keep like our old, like you said, we all listen to like punk rock, heavy metal, things of that nature growing up, and amongst like tons of other genres. Like we draw influences from everywhere in our own personal lives, but as a group, like I don't know, we've just we're homies. We've been chilling. We know what we're looking for. We know what the others are thinking. We just lay it down and
Yeah,
Yeah.
it comes
Wow.
out sounding surfy most
Yeah.
of the time, anyway. So
You guys sound really aggressive. Was there a certain surf band you could point to that inspired you to go that direction?
No,
probably
but
not.
I think I can take a little part for the aggressiveness only because my influences came from bands, bands like Tool and like harder bands I listened to while growing up. So like coming into a surf band was like that was something. Not only had I not really ever played the drums, but I had never listened to the genre. So I didn't know what the classic, typical fills or whatever were. And I just knew that I liked to play like hard and fast, So, that's where I think,
yeah,
my
a lot
part
of the
is.
attitude comes from.
yeah, but also like it's gonna sound funny, but Shannon and the Clams, like we don't
Oh,
sound
yeah.
anything like them, but that was like a big,
Big
like,
influence.
like me and Drew went to see Shannon and the Clams. We're like, oh, we got to do that. We got to rock out like them. They're so cool. And then Agent Orange is like one of our favorite like punk
Yeah, for
like
sure.
Oh,
surf
yeah.
bands
Yeah,
too.
totally.
I don't know, like a little bit of Descendants
Yeah.
influence. It's all over. That's just like that West Coast sound, but
Yeah.
you know, anywhere really. We take influence from anything and everything.
It's true.
So you said you were in upstate New York.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Now we're outside of New York.
have you played shows out there yet?
Actually, we just played our third show on Friday, 2 days ago. But yeah,
Yeah,
no,
we played 3 shows.
our second show was in Manhattan. What was that
Wow.
place called? Oh, Shrunken Head.
Otto
Yeah.
Shrunken Head, dude.
How'd it
Shout
go?
out to
With
Otto.
Mike Dowd.
Oh, it was awesome. It was a super good time.
Awesome tiki bar. It's
Yeah.
very fun.
Have you been?
Would highly recommend.
No,
You never
Yeah.
been?
Oh yeah.
no.
Oh,
I
dude,
used,
it's super cool.
I used to work for a TV station in New York that I won't mention, but I used to go up there and there was a couple of ska bands, a couple of acoustic bands I saw up there. It's a great time to see a show in.
Oh, absolutely.
yeah, New York City, man. Everything's going on over there.
Endless options.
But I will tell you, the one spot that we gigged at, Otto's, the place is so cool. Like it's like straight up tiki bar. Literally, the lights are like puffer fish. They have puffer lights. It's like a good,
Yeah, all the
and-
drinks are the tiki glasses.
yeah. They got good tiki drinks, and like they are one of the only places that has like regular surf music.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, like live surf music on a regular basis.
Wiped Out, Clark from Wiped Out was the one who invited
Awesome.
us down to the jam with him, and it ended up being a super good time.
Awesome. They made a video for us similar to what you made.
Hmm. Yeah, they're cool guys, man. We're close with them.
Yeah, he's a cool dude. He was on the show as well.
I know, I saw it.
Yeah.
I've been watching. I've been watching.
So you got to tell me what it's like in your town where you say you have the regular surf shows. What's that like? Playing with
Oh,
Clark and
Rich,
everybody else.
That's his town. We live an hour outside. So, but Beacon's got where we live has a super sick like music scene. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the show, it doesn't even matter.
It's really diverse too.
Yeah.
It's not just like punk or hardcore or like hip hop, whatever. Like it's a little bit of everything. There's like electronic,
yeah.
all sorts of music to see. in
Little
Beacon.
surf.
It's a little bit of surf.
Yeah, and you don't even really have to promote. Like there's a couple like little clubs in the area that they just pack out. There's music. There's like people are coming out.
Yep.
That's
So
awesome.
that's nice because
Just because it's the thing to do on a Saturday night.
yeah.
And being in a packed club on a Saturday night's a pretty good feeling, I guess.
Always fun.
fun.
Yeah.
They actually call Beacon what is it, Little Brooklyn?
Yeah, something like
Little
that.
Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Oh,
'Cause
nice.
it's, it's hip.
Definitely a hip town.
So one of the cool things that interests me about what you said was you guys swapped instruments.
Yeah.
Why did you decide to do that?
Shits and giggles.
Yeah, just
Musicians, we're true musicians, I would say.
Yeah.
And growing up, I wasn't afraid to pick up the drumsticks, although I never too much. I grew up as playing the guitar, and Ryan was playing the drums most of the time.
All
But-
the time. Yeah.
And in our house and our homes are definitely different instruments to play. So it came kind of natural, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah, we-
it really comes across that way because I would have never guessed that because the songs are so tight.
There are a couple songs that we have there's one off of our first EP actually that has all of us playing our respective instruments. No, we're not playing our respective instruments. I'm playing guitar, you're playing bass, and he's playing drums. So we
Yeah.
switch up even more.
Yeah, we do switch up.
Yeah.
Yeah, even when this band will switch.
Yeah.
That's just
Not
it's
often.
fun. It keeps
Yeah.
it interesting, you know.
why
Like
not?
it's nice that it's a challenge. Like me and Paul, Drew hasn't played in a lot of bands, but me and Paul, like
We've played together in at least 3 or 4 bands.
Yeah.
We've been friends for mad long.
yeah.
Just
and so it's just cool. It's challenging to learn a new thing, and like watching Andy get nasty at the drums during this
Yeah.
process, it's basically just been like we're three best friends hanging out and just challenging each other a little bit. We have a great time with the band.
Yeah,
Well,
that's literally all
a lot
this
of
for. It's just for fun.
Yep.
We were
see,
fortunate to get a lot of practice in.
Yeah. COVID.
that's awesome. And that's why that video was so excellent. You guys seem so comfortable and confident playing that song. It was just like you guys were just playing a gig.
That's
Right,
it, basically.
yeah.
Yeah. It's like playing Xbox, just kicking back with your boys, you know?
So something that we like to do before each practice is we decide where, like, what
Oh,
city are we
yeah,
playing
where-
in right now?
Yeah.
So we'll pretend
We
we're
played
playing a
around the
live
world.
show in Austria. That was a bad example.
Yeah.
Oh, we played
Wherever,
Austria.
you know, played Austria.
Because COVID, we're like, we might not ever play a show again. So let's just pretend we're playing in a different city at every practice. Yeah, so, like,
Record it.
We did Botswana a couple weeks ago,
Yeah.
Australia, you know.
How many
Makes it
times
more
a
fun.
week
Yeah.
do you guys practice?
Once or twice, typically.
Yeah, once or twice.
How long at
We're
a
all
pop?
neighbors.
We're neighbors.
As long as my wife allows.
So typically, I would say like anywhere between like
2 to 3 hours.
2 to 3 hours.
A lot of
Awesome.
goofing off in between. But it is. You
Yeah.
get a lot of work done.
Yeah.
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 So what are you guys doing right now other than getting ready to practice today? What is upcoming for you?
Well, we have a show booked in June in Long Island. And in between now and then, we're having a baby. Me and my wife, she's gonna pop in a couple weeks.
Oh, congratulations.
So we're gonna, thanks, man. It's gonna be a boy, little Ziggy.
Oh,
And
wow.
in between now and then, I'm gonna be learning to be a parent, and we're gonna be pausing the show a couple months, and then we're gonna get back to it. You know, we didn't book anything, we didn't stretch ourselves too thin because, you know,
You preparing to be a dad.
I'm
you
about
know?
to be a dad. So like,
Like,
once we get that down,
Once you get your
pat, we're
dad
gonna-
legs on, then we can get back to shows.
yeah,
but
yeah,
Unfortunately, we can't kick them out. so-
you would never. You
Well,
would never. But yeah, we're gonna get back.
Awesome. One cool thing that you guys said was that you're all kind of blue collar workers. And you kind of take the DIY approach, which is really great. You made your own rehearsal space, you do your own music. Where does that ethic come from for you?
I don't know, man. Like, just kind of born with it, right? You've always been DIY.
Yeah.
Like I
Punk
was
rock spirit,
yeah,
right?
I was building a half pipe in my backyard when I was like 13, 14 years old. Like,
Yeah.
My first job was when I was 14.
yeah, like
I just know how to work. I don't know.
Yeah. No, dude, we just
growing up with not a lot of money helps.
Yeah.
Yeah, instill attitude. For sure.
yeah, I think all of us enjoy like making things. And
Yeah,
it's like you
we're
could
crafty.
appreciate shit better when like you made it from scratch, and like even the instruments, you know, the J spot, like the promotion. We don't like to toss that off to anybody else. It's like it's kind of your baby when you did it from scratch, and that answers the
Makes it that much more rewarding.
yeah.
Now, one cool thing that you mentioned before the interview is that there's something special about your instruments. Would you like to talk about that?
Oh yeah, we
make
build-
'em.
Yeah, we build our own instruments. Yeah, yep. And here, show them.
Yeah, show them the guitar.
Yeah, we showed you before, but not when you were recording.
Look at this little beauty.
So that's my baby.
That's the Jazz
It's a
Master.
Jazz
That's
Master.
amazing.
It's made out of skateboards, recycled skateboards, and an old floorboard from a construction project. And then Andy's drum set.
You want to move the laptop?
Yeah, we won't move it. But we,
It's beautiful.
built his drum set. We made Paul a bass.
Yep.
And
I got a PJ bass.
yeah, out of a 200-year-old piece of
Barnwood.
barnwood.
Yeah, yeah.
We're just
Really?
real nerds, man.
Yeah.
So are you all into crafting this way? Like building stuff with your hands?
Yeah, to different levels and extents. Yeah, absolutely.
That's super interesting. Do you guys know that?
Yeah, we're pretty cool.
Yeah. I don't know if you know who we are.
We're pretty cool.
We like to build shit. Like,
It's
But
just a lot of downtime. That's what it is. We're
Yeah.
not that interesting, so we put our time into that shit.
yeah,
But-
basically.
what's awesome is not only do you build it, but it sounds amazing. Like it doesn't sound like a homemade guitar. It sounds like a professionally made guitar and bass and drums.
His
He's
jazz-
got a lot of pedals.
Yeah, a lot of pedals. No, that's a professionally made guitar. I'm a goddamn professional. I'm a fucking
He's excellent at what he does, that's for sure.
No, me on the other hand, my bass sounds like shit, so I've resorted to using my favorite Fender bass. But hey, it's my first one. There's the second one in the works, so I'll keep you posted on that.
Oh, nice.
We'll get there.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, a little
That's
bit of,
awesome.
yeah, baby steps.
Yeah.
Baby steps.
So tell me a little bit about your releases. How many do you have? And how long did it take you to record them?
So yeah, we got
So the EP was done in 2 days.
we we wrote for a while.
Oh, we wrote for a while, long. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
recorded in 2 days. I'm
and
sorry.
and it's I should mention we went to our friend John Niclario.
At Nada
he's-
Studios.
Yeah, Not Studios is the name of it, and he's fucking awesome.
Or
He's
is it not a
done
recording?
not a recording studio,
Whatever.
but
Either way.
he's great, and that's who we plan to just go to him all the time. He's a good friend of ours, and he does a great job. But yeah, the first EP was in 2 days, and then we did
Our full length
a
was 3.
full length was 3 or 4 days that we recorded it. And so the first EP was the 2020 EP, just self-titled, had I think
5.
uh,
Had 5
Rapido.
songs.
Yeah, 5 songs on it. And then
The Tide Abides.
The Tide Abides was our full length.
Our first full length.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that had a bunch of songs on it,
13, I think.
maybe 12 or 13.
12, 13 tracks.
Yep. And we put that out last year. And then we
In the
put
middle of
out,
COVID.
I put out one single, it was a Christmas song. And so that should cover everything that's out there. And it's all been done in between 2019
And now.
and now. And then we have some recordings that we're sitting on that we haven't released. They've been recorded for a while and we're like itching to release them, but we want to save it for the right
Gotta find
time.
the right time.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
we're thinking about maybe doing another album and throwing those recordings onto the album.
Oh,
But
okay.
this one, yeah. So we've been doing a lot of writing for a new album.
Yeah.
And so yeah, that's pretty much it. We didn't press any physical copies because during this whole time we were like, we don't know when we're gonna get back to the real world, and
Right.
it just kind of opened up and we started gigging. So we probably should do that. We're just too busy making guitars.
That's awesome. I think that's amazing. And I'm glad to see so many bands forming during the pandemic. It's an amazing how many bands started. I just can't believe it. And I'm glad you guys did. I'm glad you guys did because you have a fan now. I'm your fan.
Thank you.
Thanks, dude. We're your fan. Window love. Give us a pound,
Give us a
brother.
pound.
Yes.
Yes.
We're a fan of you too, Ryan.
Oh,
Thanks,
We
man.
will
Thank,
support that you show.
I really appreciate that.
Unprecedented.
Yeah,
Is-
dude.
Is there anything else you guys wanted to talk about or touch on before we sign off?
Nothing in
Wasn't really
particular.
prepared for that. No.
Just that.
check out our Instagram for some funny videos every now and then.
Yeah,
Lot
We
of
love to
videos.
make little skits like in between practice and whatever else the hell we do.
yeah,
About
Awesome.
it, man.
yeah,
Show us some love. That's it.
yeah. Show some love and show some love to Ryan at Pi Records. And
Hell yeah.
yeah, this was awesome, dude. This is our first interview, so you made it very comfortable and cozy.
Cool, man. I feel honored. Because I really enjoy what you're doing.
Thanks.
Thank you
brother.
very much,
Thanks,
man.
Right?
Really appreciate it.
Yeah,
You
man.
guys have a great night.
All
right,
right, you
pleasure.
too. Thank you,
Sounds
Ryan, and
good.
thank you, Pi Records.
Take care, dog.